every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator.
I sure am hungry.
Yo, welcome back everybody to the Morning Dinner Podcast. It's your boy Key Man Chuck.
What up?
And we host the Morning Dinner Podcast based out of Las Vegas, where we interview and talk with and have conversations with creatives, entrepreneurs, and hustlers. And today we have Zelly Vibes in the house.
What's up?
Zelly Vibes. For people who may not know about you, can you give them a quick little bio about who you are and what you do?
Yep. So my name is Zelly Vibes. I was born in California but raised out here in Vegas. And I'm a singer-songwriter.
Singer-songwriter. How long have you been singing for?
I've been singing since about, I want to say 15 years.
15 years?
Yeah, 15 years ago. I started when I was 11, to take it serious. My family found a teacher and all that stuff, a performance teacher, and she would just get me gigs and stuff like that. So I performed at restaurants and then just kept doing it growing up, and I'm still doing it, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So the name Zelly Vibes is super unique. I've never heard anybody with a name like that. You know, like when you hear new artists come out nowadays, they're very ambiguous, or they're either very ambiguous or they have like a little something, in front of them. How did you come up with the name Zelly Vibes?
Well, my real name, so I'll show you. My mom just got me this chain for my birthday. So this is my real name.
It's L.
What is it?
L. It's L.
Oh, okay.
It's L. It's spelled Itzel.
So
my family and friends call me Zelly, and then from there, just Zelly. I liked it anyway, so I just kept it, and then vibes, cause I'm all about good vibes and stuff. So it's like my vibes, the vibes that I bring. So Zelly Vibes.
Yeah, vibes has been one of those words that I've been hearing more and more.
It's a vibe
nowadays. It's a vibe. Right. It's very unique. Like when people say it's a vibe, it like there's no direct definition of what it is, but you can feel it, right? Do you feel that a vibe is kind of descriptive of how your music is? Your music is a vibe?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's all about the vibe, your energy, the energy you bring, energy you surround yourself with. So I don't know. I feel like I really like the name. I just like what I promote, just growth and just good vibes.
How would you describe the style of music that you make?
Well, you see, I feel like I'm barely figuring that out. It's still too soon. I started doing English music about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I just feel like I'm still exploring with my sound. I feel like I do R&B infused with Latin vibes and hip hop. So I don't know where this is going, to be honest. I think it's just like, what I'm inspired by and stuff like that. I don't really want to classify myself as something yet because I really don't know yet.
So you think you're still trying to find your style and all that?
I feel like as far as like my cadence, I feel like I think I'm at a pretty good
You're at a comfortable level.
Yeah, I feel like I know what that is, but I just feel like as far as like genre, like I don't know, you don't want to tie down to a genre. Because I don't think I rap, I don't think I like rap, but I do think I have a flow. Yeah. And I sing is like more melodic. So like I said, I don't know if there's a name for it.
But would you rap though?
No, because it's not my style. I like to listen to rap music, but as far as like my music, I just feel like a lot of the times artists, get confused with like trying to do the music that they like, and it might not suit you, So I feel like it doesn't suit what I want to do with my art. Right. But I like rap. I love rap. I mean, my music is very influenced by rap. But what I'm comfortable with doing is just what I do. English is my second language. So it's my vocabulary, it's still growing. And I feel like ever since I started doing English music, it's gotten better. I still have an accent. I still have it's one of those things you can get rid of, pronouncing some words. But it's really fun. And it's so crazy how much growth I've had, like within even a year from even from a year ago, because like I said, I'm learning new words and stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you said Spanish was your first language and English was your 2nd? Mine Spanish was my first language too.
Oh, okay.
We should do the rest of the podcast in Spanish and isolate. Check out.
I'm just gonna. Well, I don't talk anyways. It don't
like,
even matter.
You say,
He's gonna be on standby in the corner with Google
Muy
Translate.
bien.
Muy bien, me gusta. So you said you've been singing for 11 years or 16?
No, for about like 15 plus.
Okay.
About to be 16, I guess.
No.
But so it's because my parents pretty much, I was born and then 2 weeks later they took me to Mexico, and then I came back to America when I was 9.
That's crazy.
Right? Dude.
That's the exact same thing that happened to me. I was born in LA. We moved to Baja California till I was 6, and then we moved to Vegas. That's
wow.
crazy.
Yeah. And you know what too? It's like when I came over here at 9, it was 5th grade.
Yeah.
So it was really tough on me because, you know, you have no friends. You're trying to be cool like in middle school, but you can't be cool because, you know, like your English is not so good. I mean, I was always cool. Don't get me wrong. I was always cool. But I'm saying, like, you know, I knew my potential.
Right.
But it was just like, even like learning songs and stuff like that, you know, until this day, I have to look at my words, even when I write them. You know, even like anything, like I have to just look at a paper and just read it from there. Like anything I read, like books, anything, is like I have to look at the words because that's just how I learned English.
Well, was there ever like a phrase that because coming from a Spanish background and learning to speak English, I'm assuming you learned it mostly through school, right? And through hanging out with friends. Was there ever like a phrase that got you like into speaking English? Like for me, it was like dude was like the first thing I spoke in being English.
Really?
Yeah.
Everybody said it, bro. It was like, hey dude. I was like 6. I was like, hey, ¿qué? ¿Qué dijiste? What you said? I couldn't understand it, bro. I don't know what that was.
You just
¿Qué
said
dijiste,
totally.
dude?
Yeah, I can't wait. No, like was there ever like a Spanish like or English phrase that you ever used? Was that you remember being your first?
Honestly, I think it's just like the music. I remember I used to love Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears.
Ooh, okay.
It was crazy. So like I remember being in Mexico trying to learn, you know, the words or mimic what they would say, and
Genie
I
in a
wouldn't
bottle?
even understand. I just would mimic the flow, but I just didn't really know
Yeah,
what I
that-
was saying.
You-
So I would
okay.
ask my cousin to translate the words for me, and yeah, that's how I would do it. But you know, it was music, and also I'd say the bad words. Like that's really all I would know.
I think that's something that we all learn like first initially is the bad words, right? Even in Spanish, somebody wants to learn Spanish, the first words they learn is the bad words, the cuss
true.
words. But yeah, okay, that's a unique experience coming to. Wait, did you move from Mexico to Las Vegas or
Yeah.
okay, directly to Vegas?
Yep.
Okay.
My aunties used to live here, so yeah, like my family, they were, you know, all immigrants, came over here to America to, you know, find just better work and just for a better life, you know, because out there it's pretty crazy.
So what was it that, I mean, you're coming to Vegas as a you know, Hispanic with no English speaking background. What's the turning point in your life that makes you go, I want to have a career in music?
Honestly, ever since I can remember, so like I have this vivid memory of me just singing along to commercial songs and like the soap operas intro music. I learn it and I just sing it, and I'm telling you, I remember playing with my Barbies in the patio, but my mom would have the TV up, so that was my favorite part of like TV, just the intro music, because I would just get down, you know, just but yeah, it was like that. And then I just so I have my cousin Alice Aguirre. She's an amazing, talented artist, singer, songwriter. She's actually signed to Universal.
Oh, really nice.
Yeah, so shout out to her. She's doing amazing right now. And so she's the one that would have me sing Selena songs with her on her swings. So the neighbors would come out and, you know, in their backyard, and they would just be our audience.
Right.
And it was Selena songs that I learned first. And I just loved it. I just loved singing. I just loved doing it. And then from there, it was popping because she got me some instrumentals. And so she's like, you know, I'm going to leave you these. And then, because she would just come and visit us out here. So whenever she would come, we would just perform it for our family. And then
Kind of like a
from there,
karaoke kind of thing?
yeah. And so when I was 11, my mom, it was like some mariachi song that I learned, and they were like, "Whoa, she can actually sing. What's going on here?" You know, with that new karaoke CD
Yeah.
that my cousin had left me there. So then after that, they were like, "You know what? You should like really look into this because we think she's pretty good. Like she's doing really good." So they went and found. They actually went to a record store. And my mom was trying to give me more karaoke CDs for me to learn and stuff. And so finally found this record store, and they referred her to my performance teacher. Her name is Isela Gutierrez. And she works now for Univision and the Grammys and all that stuff. And she, thanks to her, honestly, man, she put me on. Like, I performed everywhere in Las Vegas, casinos, since I was little, and I just like with mariachis, I was getting paid doing all that. Just at restaurants.
Right.
I would literally get home at 11 o'clock at night on a school night.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, just from restaurants, private parties, casinos, restaurants, you name it, events. They had me going everywhere. And it was pretty fun. I had no life, you know, but it was pretty fun. Yeah, my childhood was different. You know, I didn't get to go to like the movies or hang out with my friends and do normal stuff until I was like 18.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, once you find a passion and then you find, oh, damn, I can make money doing this passion, you kind of lose the want to do other things that don't make you money, right?
You know what? Yeah, I feel like I can agree with you, but I feel like I went through a stage where it was getting a little bit too controlling from like my family and, you know, my teacher and stuff like that.
You mean like they wanted to control the artistry behind you, or?
Yeah, and at that time I was so young, I didn't get it, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I just wanted to sing. And you know, it's like when it's a business, you just move different. They were trying to move different, and I just didn't get it. I just wanted to have fun with it.
Yeah.
And then once it got to, you know, I was getting older, it was just different. So I just, you know, I just started feeling like I wasn't complete. You know, I started feeling depressed.
Right.
And I didn't understand why. So I took some time off, maybe like, I want to say like a year, from like 18 to 19. I went to college, had a job at Sony PlayStation, and like, you know, it's pretty good. I was living a normal life. I had my own apartment, all that stuff. But I just didn't feel like, if I felt something was missing.
Yeah.
So I went back to visit my Spanish teacher, and I was like, yo, I just feel this way. And she was like, what makes you feel the best? Like, what's something that makes you feel like, wow, like I feel amazing? And then first thing came to my mind is music, you know? That's just what
So
makes
while
me
you were
feel
in
the
college,
best.
you weren't doing any type of music?
No, I was just trying to be normal, you know?
What were you going to college for exactly?
For communications.
Communications?
Yeah, and the thing is that what made me quit was because I just felt like I just didn't have a normal life. Like I just wanted to feel like I was normal, you know? And and so when I left, I started feeling depressed because I wasn't doing no more. And, you know, now that I'm older, I just realized, I'm like, damn, like, I just, you know, I just didn't really appreciate it so much. You're young, you grow from things, you know, but I definitely I know they were just trying to look out for me, and they were trying to move into more of a business perspective and stuff like
and also,
that, you know.
And also the thing is, when you're a brand new artist and you don't know exactly what you want to be, everybody feels like they have the answer, right? Like, oh, this is what you should do because this is what other people have done, and that's what works. Yeah. And I 100% I can agree with that.
And I just went back to doing music after that, and I never stopped.
So you started out singing Spanish songs and doing like, you know, Latin music and all that stuff. What was the turning point that made you go, I want to make English music and have this new type of sound to it? So then I went on TV to do a Spanish contest, and I went to like semifinals and stuff. And you know, after that, I had a pretty good following online and stuff. I was doing YouTube covers, all that stuff, and you know, labels were hitting me up and all that. And I just
didn't really like what they were going for at the time. I don't know if you're familiar with this. It's called corridos.
Mm-hmm.
So corridos music is a little bit more violent.
It's drinking music, bro.
It's drinking music. So it's like trap. It's like Spanish trap, but not
Is
like.
that the one about like mafia?
Damn, that's a
stuff?
good way to put
Yeah.
it. That's a good way to
It's like
put it.
Spanish. It's like Spanish trap, but it's like.
It's just so funny because it's like the same happy like
about
bass line, but
Yeah.
it's like I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Spanish and
It's
music
crazy.
sounds happy, bro. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like all the cartels, get
Yeah.
involved and stuff like that. And it's not a game. Like it is not a game at all
Oh, yeah, that's
whatsoever.
real. They're really
Like
talking
you really
about-
die, for being
There's a documentary-
affiliated with the wrong.
There's a documentary on Netflix that shows about like the narcotraficos that like they actually get these musicians to write these songs for them. They pay them very handsomely, but it's also like and one of the things that I'm guilty for because I do speak Spanish, but as I've gotten older, I've lost the touch to speak Spanish as fluently as I used to. So when I listen to this like corridos music, dude, I just listen and I dance to it. But then it's like, holy shit, there's some really dark stuff in these songs. Like
for real, it's crazy. And so they also wanted me to, speak more ethnic, more like from over there, from the hood over there, the lingo.
Yeah.
They wanted me to date guys that, cowboys. They wanted me to.
What are those called? Aren't they called something?
what?
The cowboys with the big ass feet. Like you seen those toes?
Oh,
pointed
the
toes?
Duranguense
that-
stuff.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
There's no name for those
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, I thought there was something.
Pendejos is what you call them.
So
want some
that
cheese.
they wanted me to like dye my hair dark and just appear more
Yeah.
Mexican,
Yeah.
and they wanted me to dress like they wanted me to dress.
Yeah.
And they wanted me sing that kind of music because it was booming. That's what it was, booming and stuff. And so I just felt so confused. I just didn't want to do that. And then I had to really take a moment and be like, damn, this is it. Whether it's either I do it or I don't, and then I don't know. I had no direction, and I had a band and everything. So I stopped again for a whole year, but I didn't stop doing music. I just stopped doing Spanish music. Because for a whole year, it was dark times for me, man. Because, man, I just felt like so alone and just so depressed because I only had one friend that did English music, and I was always a fan of music, but I just didn't even know my sound. I didn't know what to do. I knew no studios because for English music, you got to find, a beat, instrumental, stuff like that. I was more used to singing live music with a band and mariachis and stuff like that.
Right.
So I had no idea how to do it. So for a whole year, I would just mess around with YouTube. So I would go on YouTube and just find type of beats. And then finally I got comfortable enough, I would never post those songs, but I went online and I went on Craigslist and found a studio. Oh my God.
Good old Craigslist.
Yo, I went to this studio, right? And I pull up, it's a garage. And so I'm like, I don't care, this is it. This is cool. I'm doing this.
I'm making it.
Yeah, I'm doing this. So I
leave
go
me
in
up.
there and, they're all hyped and stuff, they think it's cool. We're about to record. So then I just freak out and I cried. I cried. I'm like, oh, dang, I don't know. I just feel crazy, and I wrote the music and everything. It was all my lyrics, everything. So,
Wait, did you cry because you liked the sound that you were making?
no,
or
I just felt like I had
was it just
anxiety.
Like okay, that's what
I
it was.
had anxiety and I was going through some stuff. I don't know. I just felt crazy,
Yeah.
And I was there by myself.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
damn.
so yeah. So then, but I did record one song, and then, which I apparently wasn't that bad. But it was, I mean, I would never post it, but I'm saying it wasn't that bad. But so I would show my friends, and they were like, okay, this is cool. And I found yeah, it's cool. Keep going, whatever, hyping me up, So I was like, man, okay, I'm just gonna keep going. And so then, I kept developing my sound, and I got introduced to one of my homies. His name is Zeke. He is a DJ from Austin, Texas. So he was like, you know what? You have talent. Like, you have potential. You just keep going. And so I was like, cool, he's my homie, and I was just talking to him about music, stuff like that. Finally, I was at my homegirl Daisy's house. She would just let me be on her computer, and she just let me be there all day, just practicing, looking up for beats, and like I'd be there for hours, dude. Like I'll wake up and I'd be there for hours and go to sleep and wake up, do the same thing over and over again. And so finally I found the beat for Heavy Submarine, and I was finally like, damn, this is good. I really like this. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go record this. And I showed a few of my friends. They're like, wow, this is really good. Yeah, record it, whatever. So went, and I was referred to another studio. Finally, I posted online. I said, looking for a studio in Vegas. I didn't want to reach out for help like that, but I'm like, what to do? No one's helping me. The only one person that I knew that did music, wasn't telling me anything, or wasn't really allowing me to record where they would record or anything. And I was gonna pay, but it's just people,
Yeah.
I don't know.
People
I was just starting.
Going on.
No shade, but yeah. I mean, man, I've came a long way. So after that, finally, someone reached out, and they're like, Diamond Cut Studios, come through, whatever. Book my session, and I recorded Heavy Submarine, and
So what year was that?
That was 2016.
Okay.
And so I released it 2016, and it was so good. I mean, until right now, it's like the song that has the most plays, and it was just, I feel like that marked what would be like Zelly Vibes,
So you're saying that Heavy Submarine was the song that said, okay, this is who I am as an artist. This is what you more or less can expect from my sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was really awesome. It was like R&B. People would think that it was Gwen Stefani. So I was like, dang, they're already comparing me to someone so huge. That's amazing. That's really good. And so I just kept going with that vibe. Put out my first mixtape, and then I just kept working. After that, met with someone by Dawson at the Junction Sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, he was in Junction Sound yet. He was at Camel Hump.
Okay.
Yeah, and then linked up with him, and then from there, it was just go time,
That's tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had that whole conversation.
Yeah, we had Dawson up here. We
Shout
talked
out
about
to
his
Dawson.
internship at Camel Hump.
Shout out to him, because
He's a good person.
he's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I'm just so glad that I feel like deciding to do English music was the best decision of my life, because I finally feel like I really enjoy my music and I really love it. Even whenever I would perform my Spanish, they would tell me, it's like there's more, and I'd be like, I know, but this is what I can do right now. I don't know, whatever. So then whenever I performed for the first time my English music, it was like different, like I actually felt it. Like I felt that energy.
That's one of the things about music, though. I mean, if you are 100% feeling it, and that's what you want, nobody can tell you. Nobody can tell you that you should change everything. I mean, look, there's so much music out there that doesn't fit into categories. It's its own thing. I mean, look at how people who do like mumble rap, they do the or even like we'll talk about these like kind of depressing artists, like depressing rappers like Lil Xan and shit like that. Like that's something that I would necessarily not listen to, but there's definitely an audience for that. And how would he have known to do that if everybody else was telling him you should do it this way?
Exactly.
Lil Wayne does it this way, so you should do it that way too. You know?
Dude. And it was so scary too, because I got a lot of blackmail for going to English music. Dude, I had hate mail like crazy, because I had built an audience for my Spanish. So they kept saying, you betray your roots. How could you, now you just want to be black, blah, blah, blah. Like it was bad. It was crazy. So I felt so alone. I felt like what it would get to me, They would go and bash me on YouTube, on my comments. Like it was bad. They would make fake pages of my family members, of me. Whoa. I mean, it was a whole thing.
Damn.
Yeah, I was really going through it. And but you know what? I kept going with my gut, and I said no. Like I know this is what I want to do, and there's more of me. And And then I just kept working on myself until, you know what, I when I started implementing my culture in my music, now it's even on another level, because doing Spanish with English and finding that balance is like really truly who I am.
Right.
And so it just keeps getting better. I'm just like so excited that I took that step, and I was brave, because it takes a lot to start from scratch. Like, guys, like I'm telling you, I stole that Heavy Submarine beat. I stole it because I had no idea how to do even business, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't know how to go
You
about
don't know
it.
the legalities of it.
Nothing. I had no idea on how to start. Like, I literally started from scratch by myself, you know? And then
Allegedly stole it.
Yeah.
I stole it because actually now I own it.
Allegedly.
I
Okay.
own the beat.
Okay,
it was
yeah, let's
really
clear that.
expensive. It was
Yeah.
it was so expensive, yeah. But shout out to Urena, because, you know, she helped me find a good deal for the beat.
Your manager,
And,
manager?
Yes.
Okay.
And she came through, man, because the beat is by producer Giovanni, and that beat actually was used by Trey Songz and other artists,
got it.
by so many people. But see, it had the most plays on YouTube, so I didn't hear it on the radio or anything. So I was like, you know what, this is a good investment, because I know this song keeps going up and up, and I just really have faith in that song. And like, man, mark my words, like that song is going to be like one of the first ones. You know, like Russ, he had like a song for like 2 years, and then he finally made it to the radio.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about this song. So I wanted to get prepared. So we went through this whole thing, found the producer, and, you know, did the business with him. And
he actually let you guys use it and
Yeah.
everything? Well, of course, for a price. But
yeah,
that's
for a
tight.
price. And we got it down from YouTube. So took it down from YouTube, and own all the masters, everything. So we're ready to go.
So you're talking
Damn,
about
that's
back in the
tight.
day, you used to like rip music
Yes.
off of YouTube.
Yes.
So you were working with that low quality MP3 file instead of the WAV
Dude,
file.
we actually had to re-record it. Like, the version of the video is not the version that's now on Spotify and iTunes and all that. Because after we got the files, after we got the stems, we had to actually re-record the whole thing. And if you listen to the old version and the new version, it's like crazy
Night and
how
day.
much growth.
Yeah.
Like, my English, my enunciation, everything is just so crisp. And I'm just, you know, so happy, because quality is the way to go. And if anyone, you know, is listening to us right now, like, I'm seriously just like an open book and just really telling it how it is, because I really started from like, you know, not knowing, like looking for type of beats, and now it's just like, wow, just like even doing interviews like this and just like reminiscing on all that, it's like crazy.
Humble beginnings, man. That's
Yeah,
what it's all
for
about.
sure.
That's how you stay grounded as an artist. You know what I mean? Like, you don't come from the bullshit. You tell it like it is. You tell your story and hope that people can resonate. It can resonate with people. Let's talk about real quick. What have you learned in your career that has helped you become a better artist?
Definitely being open-minded, dropping your ego, you know, not taking stuff personal, knowing how to take control of your session, and just doing the inner work. I feel like just as an artist, just building your confidence and knowing when to say no. I know it's like a lot of things, but seriously, guys, like, it's just, I've learned so much.
Well, the thing is, too, it's just never plain and simple. There's always layers to shit, right? It's never like, oh, like, do this and you will make it. It's a combination of a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, it's that balance, you know? It's that balance, because like, when people, I'm very open-minded, but I will try the things that work for me. And at the end of the day, an opinion is just an opinion. And, you know, you can't cry about it, you know? Everyone has different perceptions. So what you think of my music might not be the same thing you think of my
100%.
music.
Yeah.
And what I think of my music is definitely different. So it's really learning how to be open-minded, dropping your ego, and understanding that there is constructive criticism and there is not. And just learning to take what works for you, and then not get offended by the other stuff, you know? And honestly, just working together, reaching out for help, doing good business, because you can't be burning out. You can't be burning your bridges, and also it's just like, I just feel like it's all about good vibes and just reaching out and building your team, because I know there are things that, I started this by myself, but I wouldn't be at the level I'm on if it wasn't for my family and my team.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah.
That's true.
So my advice is just just to be open-minded and
keep good people around
keep
you.
good people around you, and, people that contribute to your career are key, definitely.
What would you say is one of the things about the industry, music in general, that you would like to see a change in?
Respect when it comes down to female entertainers, and not just for female singers. There's females in this industry that do so many different things, dancers, painters. If you're a female, it's really hard to get respected in this industry, and not just in this industry. I feel like just in life in general, we appear more in the background, and we appear sometimes like, I feel like it's just more male dominated. So I feel like, as a man, you already feel it's natural for men to have a strong ego, because it's like your testosterone.
Yeah.
But I feel like
goddamn testosterone.
But I feel like it's also that, and it's also like men feel like, they gotta protect, like lions.
Yeah.
And sometimes, as a man, I feel like I just wish that men would understand that, like, females got it. Like, we're also strong, and we're smart, we're intelligent, and we're here to make a statement, and we no longer want to be in the background. We all have the same 24 hours, and be there for females as a protector and all of that when it's needed. When you ask for help as a female, be there for them, but also, like, don't try to just always take control. Like, let us do our thing, man. Like, we're just like you. We're humans. We're humans, and we're very talented, just like y'all are. And I just feel like we just need to grow in unity, and I just wish that, we receive more support from men, and I feel like it's happening. It's happening. I see it. I have faith.
I definitely have seen a rise in female artists, or even just in female empowerment lately. I mean, even with like the culture out here in Las Vegas. I mean, there's a bunch of events that are catered like specifically for women. You know what I mean? And I think that's a beautiful thing, man.
I always thought like just women always killed it when they did shit too. Like they just have like an extra level of everything they do, and that's not just saying it to like, dick ride or anything. Like it's just or however you say that. But
like I said, I feel like it's all about the ego. Like for real. I've done a lot of research on, personal growth and stuff like that. And I really feel like I'm so understanding now. That's why I try not to take things personal. And I promise every single guy that has came at me wrong has, reached out sooner than later and apologized, because it's like, finally, they understand that, like, we all got the same 24, and I'm just a female. I'm not trying to take from anybody's light, any male or female. Like, I'm here to work on my own path, And so, like, like they've reached out, and, like, I've been getting a lot more support from men and stuff like that, especially in my city. But at the beginning, when I first came into the scene, in Las Vegas culture, it was really hard. I didn't have no support from men, only a few. And then, I didn't give up. And, we kept on building. I have no beef with nobody, I have no beef at all with nobody.
Call them out right now. Call them out.
Not because I don't. I believe in growth, man. Yeah. We all here trying to, work for our goals. So I feel like it's all about growth.
That's one of those things.
Better in numbers for sure.
Yeah. If you're focused on your journey and improving yourself, it doesn't matter what people think about you in the long run. You know what I mean? Like, focus on you. Kill it, and then like kind of like you said, how people who have come at you wrong have later come back and either change their opinion about you or apologize. It's because they realize when they're dealing with somebody who's focused and doesn't have time for all that negative energy, you tend to attract the energy you put out, right? And when you're so positive like that, I feel like you only attract good people around you.
Dude, that's why I just always wait for that moment, and I don't even sweat it, because I know that I put good intention into everything I do.
There you go.
And I just try my best, and I feel like if anybody has a problem with me, it's because it's an inner thing, and I always just say that, like, it's an inner thing. Like, it's so hard to live a normal life, your personal life, and then still, work on your craft and your artistic stuff. So I get that you go through things, and sometimes people are not on the right mindset, but if one thing I could say is, just, a message out there to all men, we need y'all to be in unity with us females to help us, to help us and protect us and be there when we ask for y'all support, man. We got this though, we're queens, y'all are kings. Like we can all do our thing and be much more powerful.
Real talk.
We're not kings ourselves. We're more like princes, little princes. we're on the rise.
I think said little princesses.
No, that's matter of respect though. I think that's one of the things that I do like about you a lot is that you have no bad intentions.
Yeah, it's super good vibes.
And I could tell there's no ego with you. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, and I just
even though you showed up late to the podcast.
My bad. Nah, bro.
Yeah,
man.
that's throw it out there.
I told you guys a story, like, no cap. For real.
Shit happens.
Like,
Shit happens.
Man.
100%. No, I'm just upset we couldn't do this podcast longer.
Yeah, we want to talk longer.
We literally had like I think 2.5 hours worth of like just shit we wanted to talk about. But real quick, so we do have like a good another 20 minutes. I want to touch on some more important things.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, not more important, but just like more current. You just released a song called OMG. What went behind the thought process of creating that song? How did that song come about?
Dang, so that song was written on July 29th, and actually the hook was written on July 29th, and it was for a total different beat that I found on SoundCloud. So I had a really bad night, on a personal level, and I had left the event where I was at, and I went to Uranus' house, and we smoked, and she passed out on me, and so I was there crying, I'm like, oh shit, I'm just feeling really alone.
Yeah.
And so then something in me like just said, you know what, like I'm just gonna do something that makes me feel better all the time, and it's just making music. So on my phone, I didn't even have my laptop on or anything, so I just got my phone, I was on SoundCloud, and I bumped into that beat out of the nowhere. And so I just started saying, like, how I would just wish that I just felt like, dang, I just can't believe, like, I had to make a selfish decision that night. And selfish decision, but for a better me, So it was hard. So I just kept saying, dang, like, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm good. So that's how I started saying, I can't believe I made it. Oh, my God. That's what I was trying to say. At that moment, like, dang, I can't believe I've made it this far, like, I gotta keep going. So don't fuck up my aesthetic, I meant, like, don't mess up what I got going on, because I'm gonna go crazy,
Right.
Like, like, if someone would come and mess up with your bag, with what you got going on, with your podcast, you're gonna turn up. So that's what I kept saying, my aesthetic, like, what I'm about, my vibes and stuff. And so, yeah, it's just really about growth. And two, at that time, an artist got a whole deal, with my sound. And so I was getting people tagging me on this person that has like over 1 million followers now, and I was getting people telling me that they thought it was me on the radio. Like, it was crazy, and there's more to the story to this,
Well,
and,
feel free to talk about it.
Yeah, wait. So what is it, bro? No?
Nah, but you know what? It ended up on a positive thing, because from there I got someone very, very, very important. Shout out to Malik Yusuf, Grammy Award winner. I got introduced to him by Dawson and Tinez. From that, experience, I actually got to work with him and on his camp in Oakland, like secluded for a whole week, just learning so much and working on music and stuff like that. And it all came down, you know, it was from that whole thing with that artist and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, I got to work with Malik through that because he reached out after all that stuff. So man, it was like I said, it's like you go through things, dude, and for real, it was a dark moment for me, like really crazy, because you know, I've been working on my sound for so long. That's why I haven't deleted my Spanish stuff and all that stuff, because I want people to see, you know, it's authentic.
Right.
Like
you want them to see the progression.
Yeah, and two, like, you know, now I understand it is different because my sound is new, is wavy, so a lot of people are gonna get inspired, which I want, you know. But it's like sometimes, you know, there's people that do things in different ways and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, I don't know. You know, I could never just go in and steal someone's flow and, you know, like really do it that way, because that's not me. Even though I'm inspired by many artists and stuff. So it was just like I said, just trying to understand that, you know, being an artist, it comes with that, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You can't patent like your sound, unfortunately. But, you know, I got good, I got some new fans from that. You know, I got to work with Malik Youssef from Good Music. You know, now that's on my resume. And like I said, that's another thing. Like I'm a human being, you know. I just felt like, dang, I've been working on my sound for so long. Like, you know, what am I gonna do now? You know, this artist got a whole deal, you know, with my sound.
I mean, it's funny because like that's literally what just happened today with like there's this beat maker called Curtis King, and I think it was Suicide Boys.
Yeah.
They literally took like his entire beat and they just added a few things to it. But this fool, like, he was super humble about it. He was like, well, you know what? I bootlegged FL Studio. I bootlegged Omnisphere. He's like, I don't deserve this shit. He's like, I don't. He's like,
damn.
So he really, and he talked about it. He's super humble now, you know, but he's also making really good money, because I think it's kind of different when you're really struggling. Not saying you, but just in general, when you're really struggling, and if somebody stole your shit and they got big off of it, that would kind of hurt, you know. And then that moment of time when you're in like survival mode, basically. Struggle mode. When you're in like survival mode, like, bro, like you know, you're short tempered, you're not as patient.
It's probably why
not everybody.
It's probably why Breakbot sued Bruno Mars, bro.
Yeah, because he's probably like, damn, Bruno Mars is making probably what Breakbot makes. You know, one Bruno Mars show is probably what Breakbot makes in a whole year. So it's like,
bro,
it kind of sucks. Like, it's like, at least give me some love.
Yeah. What song was that? Was a Treasure?
To be honest, bro, I still don't want to say anything because I think both those songs are like stolen from Change.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. That's the thing.
It's crazy out here.
There's no such thing as an original song. Like, everything has been remade, rehashed, put their own twist on it. Like,
weren't you talking about like there's only so many notes?
Yeah, it was a producer Quincy Jones. He was talking about how there's only 12 notes in existence. But look at how many different songs, genres people have managed to make with it, right? I mean, that's why you have mashups. Like, you have songs that you sing, and then you can totally see yourself singing it over a complete different beat because it's the same melodic, you know, chord progression or whatever.
I see. Honestly, I just want my check. Like, that's it. Like, I'll sell you all my music, bro. Like, for real, I don't even care. Like, I'm the source, and I'm gonna keep coming out with more art. Just like you guys. Even if someone gets inspired, like, that really taught me a lesson. At the time, I was going through it. You know, I was like, dang, what am I gonna do? Blah 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 blah, whatever. You know. But then I'm like, bruh, the at that time, like, how I sound and what has came from Oh My God and my inspiration from there and stuff like that, and other music is so different. Like, my sound keeps evolving, you know, and I'm not scared. It's okay, you know, like, I got this, it's fine. Like, that was a very valuable lesson, you know, to not have attachments. That's something I learned from Malik Youssef, man, to not have attachments, to be ready. And it's okay, you know, because you are the energy, you are the source. You can keep coming out with more dope things, and you can't be in the past. That's gone, you know. Let's move forward. And so yeah, like from there, I just, like I said, my thing, I'm ready to sell all my songs, all my music.
I was gonna
so
ask you.
any artists out there, you know, want to cop one of my songs, feel free to holler.
I mean, you should. I mean, do you like sell features? Like, would you, if somebody like, if I wanted to collab with you, I'm not an artist, but if I wanted to collab with you, I say, hey Zelly, like,
Yep.
can
hit my DM.
Hit your DM, okay?
Yep.
Or better yet, hit your manager's DM.
Yeah, hit my DM. Yep, I'm doing features now. For when I started, I didn't want to work with anybody because I wasn't comfortable enough, you know. And I as a new artist, I just felt like I needed to work on my stuff first. But now, yes, I'm at a good. You know, it's a good time for me to do these kind of things. Yeah, and I've been working with people. I have features that, you know, aren't even out yet. I got.
Do you have to be a little picky with certain features, or are you just like?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Honestly, I'm a little bit picky, but you know, I check everything out. Anyone that sends me music, anything like that, I've been checking it out.
If my song is trash, and I send it to you, and I'm like, yo, I got $1,000. You still gonna do it?
I got
right?
$50,000.
You know
I got $10,000, Zelly,
honestly,
right now.
I feel like, see, that's another thing about working with me. I would actually care. So I'd be like, you know, can we rearrange this? Can we better cadence this and that?
Yeah.
You know, I'd even go as far as doing that.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't just.
You step into like a producer mode almost.
Yeah, because I'm all about relationships. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm all about growth, and that's why I feel like I share my experiences and I share things that I've learned, because why not? You know, why not? Like, I feel like there's people out there that could find this useful, and it's same thing with features and stuff like that. Like, I've worked with people like Elmer that helped me with my singing stuff. You know, so it's like, why wouldn't I do the same for other people?
That's tight.
Yeah.
That's respect.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your cover art for the single OMG.
Yes.
It's a plant.
Yes. So
Can you talk to me, because I actually, like, I was peeping your feed, and there's a lot of plant related stuff.
Yeah.
In your feed, like, you'll either have like a photo of a succulent or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like,
I love nature. I love outdoors, and shout out to Urena, because she actually is the one that made me do more like outdoor stuff, like hiking and you know, going to the park for no reason and stuff like that.
For no reason.
You know, just to chill and stuff. I don't know what was wrong with me. Even like back then for sports, like I was never the type that would do sports or like to sweat or things like that. You know, I just like to enjoy the food and on the bleachers and cheer for you and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I just got connected more with Mother Nature, and like I just love green stuff and like plants and trees, and it's just so simple, you know, but it's so beautiful. Like,
you see, I took a deeper meaning to it. Because exactly.
Yeah.
I was looking through your feed, and I was like, she's trying to show her growth. Like,
yeah, that too. Well, the reason why I even chose that plant is because, like I said, the meaning for "Oh my God," you know, was about growth and what I was going through, that getting through that, you know. And it's like watering a plant and you're just letting it grow, you know. So, man, like I said, it's just the simple things in life.
What's your definition of making it?
I feel like I've been made it, you know. Actually, this year, I feel like I made it this year because I tapped in this like self-love that I've never had before, and it keeps getting stronger and stronger.
That's tight.
Like, who I am now is not who I was last year, and I just keep working on myself, you know, my inner self, doing the work and learning more and more. But definitely, I think that this year, because I have self-love, I do what I love every single day. Like, for real. I just keep getting
I was going to say,
more
give
blessings.
some tips. Some people need that for sure.
Yeah, like every day, you know, I just work on myself, and I just feel like I already made it, because for me, it's just the simple things in life. Honestly, guys, I'm so chill. The most bougie thing that you would say about me is I like clothes. But even then, like, I like going to the thrift stores and get some fly stuff from there, you know, or whatever. Like, I don't know. I would like to work with designers from my hometown, and like my girl Christy Lee from Hot Mess Boutique, or like Wavy Moni, you know, or like Sinners Club. I like stuff like that. So it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't even think about designer stuff right now or anything like that. But that's like what I like, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm so chill. Like, I love my family, my friends. I love hanging out with my friends. I love doing music. Like, that's what my life consists of. Like,
Right.
music,
And
my
love.
friends, my family, and food.
And your family's in complete support of you following your career.
That's tight.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? My dad was going through it too. He just didn't understand what I was doing, where I was going with my English music. But then he started going to my performances, and he was like, "Dang, okay, like this is better."
Yeah.
That's how
This
your
is
parents
better.
support you, though.
Oh
That's
yeah,
really dope.
they support me so much, man. Without them, I wouldn't be like where I'm at right now, for real. Sometimes, like, if I need to pay for a beat, or I need extra money for this or that, you know, who comes through? My dad. My dad be investing, and you know, I be working a lot too, man. It's all of this year. Also, I learned how to manage my money, and I'm still working on it, man. Because you know
All of
what,
us.
I don't care about money so much. Like, I'm talking about, like, I literally, to me, money is just a tool
Yep.
to do the things that I gotta do. But ever since I don't know, dude, like, for real, that's another thing too that I learned this year, just about like managing your money, budgeting and stuff like that. Cause doing this independent thing is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you'll go through your money so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, ups and downs. But yeah, shout out to my family, man, because to me that defines me, making it, just being in harmony with the people that I love and making music. You know, that's it.
What would you say is your most treasured memory with your family?
One of them.
One of them, or it could be like a either a fond memory or a time of the year that you just treasure the most. Well, what hits you? This is off script right here, guys. I was just curious because, I mean, you love your family, right?
Yeah.
Your family is very important, and I think it's almost like it's also definitely a Hispanic thing. Like like familia todo, they preach you that from the beginning. You know what I mean? So like,
honestly, dang, I have so many good moments with my family, dude. I can't even. I feel like those moments aren't even here yet.
I was
And
gonna
it's-
say though.
And it's crazy because I've had so many amazing moments with my family, but damn, you know, when I get that big bag, it'll be a different story, because then they can work on themselves too, you know?
yeah.
So how'd you
So-
feel when your dad started watching you do the English? Like, did you feel anything for that, or you just like, eh?
You know
I told
what?
you that.
I did feel some type of way at first, because I kept telling them, like, guys, like, I'm seeing more progress doing English music than with my Spanish. I don't know, like, I feel like this was meant to be. And they just didn't really understand. But now it's like, if my dad likes it, then I know it's on, because he always tells me, like, I could hear this on the radio. No, not this one. This one, yes.
That's
This one,
tight.
yeah. You know, he's more involved, and they support me. They're always
That's
sharing my stuff on Facebook and stuff.
Oh,
They're so sweet.
you once posted on Instagram, stop hating yourself for what you aren't. Work with what you have. What
So-
inspired that?
A lot of people hit me up talking about, oh, I have a job and I don't really have time. Oh, you know, I'm going through this, through that. I'm going through shit too. For real. Like, don't let that follower shit fool you. You feel me? Because it's important. Yeah, it's an audience. But that's not my reality. My reality is the moment, you know? And honestly, I just feel like you got to work with what's in front of you, with your surroundings, with your environment, with what you have at the moment. Because what else are you gonna do? Like, you're just gonna be miserable. You know, that you gotta just work with your resources. Whenever you don't see, this is something else too that I got from you right now. She said, you know, there was a moment where I felt really lost. So, and I was going through that, you know, through like, fuck, you know, I just wish I had more of this, more of that, whatever. But the thing is, you don't have it. So you got to work with what you have at that moment.
Yeah.
So like she said, this is the time to reinvent yourself, you know, and be creative with what you got.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm telling you, man, it's only been a year that I haven't had a 9 to 5. But when I did, I had 2 jobs, and I still would go to events,
Right.
get ready in the car and everything.
It kind of
you know?
it goes back to what you originally said, is everybody has the same 24 hours in a day.
And don't think my family and people, yeah, contribute and stuff like that, you know, but don't think that, you know, my family is giving me bread or or this or I'm doing things that I'm not comfortable with or whatever, because I'm not, bro. For real. Like I've worked so hard for this, you know. I've worked really hard for my money, and it's been 16 years almost, you know, of investing my time and money, and I'm barely seeing, you know, like it blossoming. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Blooming.
Yeah.
Blossoming.
Yeah.
works, too.
Blossom is a word. Yeah.
And so I'm barely, it's like, so don't give up, you know, don't give up. Work with what you have. If you got homies, you know, so this is another thing too. It's like, you know, you can't expect to get things for free. Some people do work with you. Some people, you know, do things full time like me. You feel me? So it's like, I'll work with you, you know, and some producers work with me too, to where like they understand, you know, that, you know, you're working with a budget, but they'll understand and work with you, you know? So like I said, a lot of times you think, oh, I bet it's this much. You don't even know. Why don't you do your research?
Right.
You know, and talk to them. Tell them, come with a budget and a plan. I have this much. What can you do for me? They'll respect you for that and give you a discount and help you. Work with your community. That's where it's at, man. Build your relationships. Let's, you know, work. Maybe you know a person that does what you actually do. You do videos, you do photography, you do, you know, other stuff. I don't know. What else do you do?
I do all the same things.
All the same thing.
Chuck does producing and also
Okay.
does graphic and
Yeah,
also does
so-
animation.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Graphic designer, you know?
We're in-house.
And
Yes, guys.
other people do so many other things, you know, and a lot of people think like, or they just get ahead of themselves, and it's like, you know, start building. Yeah, it's about quality, but you can get quality within your community.
I'll say this
You
much:
know?
these microphones are $18. You don't need $1,000 microphone to
No.
get started.
man.
Yeah.
Work with producers, you know, from your hometown. You know, it's like I said, it's just about the support and just getting your budget, save up. Instead of going to Starbucks, instead of eating out, eat at home. You know, get your budget. You know, I have a jar where I put my bread. You know, instead of eating out, I'll just be, and that's how I be making shit happen.
Yeah.
A lot of people, for anybody, I've heard the craziest things. Oh, she's doing this, she's doing that for money. Oh, this and that. Somebody must be doing this. Yeah, I have a team, but we all work hard.
Right.
All of us.
Right.
We work so hard for real, and just work with what you have. Reach out, build your team, and do good business. Be a good person. Build your relationships.
I definitely agree. Coming across genuinely and not just, yo, what can I do? What can I get from you? Like, why? Let me be your friend so that I can get this from you.
Yeah.
Instead of being that way, let's say, what can I give to you that you can give to me? Like, well, how can we mutually benefit each other? Right?
Value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of hit on a lot of different topics.
Yeah,
there.
we didn't even have to ask.
Yeah, I was
anything.
like, you
just
actually
like-
blazed through like 10 questions.
Yeah,
just
bro,
now.
I just feel like it's meant to be. Every time I you know, I'm on a platform where, you know, other people can listen to me, I really just say the things that have helped me for real.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't giving you, like, you know, the typical whatever. Like, this is on some real stuff because, man, all this growth, like, it's been real. Like, I've gone through my ups and downs, and I'm still building. You know, I'm still building. Sometimes I think, like, it's so unreal how much love and support I've been getting. But, man, it's real when you tap in with yourself and you just, like, engage with the present and look around. Who's there now? My family, my friends. And I got some dope-ass talented friends
Right.
that do music, do beats, graphic design, videos.
I was gonna say the Heavy Submarine and the OMG video, like they're pretty
Yeah.
dope. Like,
And that's a shout out to Geo Visuals, Geo Spino, you know, from out here from Vegas. And shout out to Recipe Films for that, because they're very talented. And there's so many other talented videographers. Roscop Films. I got 2 videos that haven't dropped that I already got. They're ready to go. We haven't dropped them yet, but I've worked with them. They're really good quality too. So like I said, y'all, get your stuff together, man.
Yeah.
Because we got amazing people in our city. It's
Yeah.
crazy. You know, I'm just here like, man, you know, I want to keep on building here in my hometown because it's working.
Oh yeah.
Well, as much as we want to keep this podcast going, unfortunately, we do have to cut it close today because we have
We still got like a good hour in almost.
Mike Xavier. Yeah, we got a good hour,
That's
bro. We got
lit.
and out of that hour, you actually went through a lot.
Yeah.
So I
That's
think
awesome.
I really feel people are going to listen to this and get a lot of value out of it. But real quick before we close out, where can people find you online?
You can find all my music and interviews, anything about me online. Zelly Vibes, Zely Vibes, Vibes. Just type it in. I've been lucky enough because everywhere, my usernames is always the same.
Oh,
And
nice.
just support my new video. Oh my God, is on YouTube. And shout out to all my supporters for making this happen. Because, dude, like, for real, if it wasn't for the support it's getting, it would not be where it's at right now, for real. And I just hope that all my tips, helps someone. And thank you so much for inviting me here, guys.
Of course.
you,
I really wanted to come out
And no,
here.
we'll definitely have to have you on again at some point if you're down, just to kind of go even further and more in depth and maybe talk about other experiences you've had. Because I'm sure your career has been kind of crazy, So,
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It's,
so that's gonna be
it's crazy.
another hour or two on its own right there. But we appreciate you being on.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead and post all your information in the description down below for iTunes, Spotify, and all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you for rocking with us, and we'll catch you guys on the next morning dinner.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator.
I sure am hungry.